Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Sarika Krishna Online Classes. This side Sarika, your maths teacher. So in this video, I'm going to explain NCERT chapter 6 triangles 6.2 exercise, right? So the first question is, I have in my previous video, I have explained BPT theorem and the converse of BPT, right? So we'll be using these two theorems in this exercise. So now, as we can see in the figure, so AD is given 1.5, BD is given 3 centimeters, AE is 1 centimeters, and we are supposed to find EC, right? As we can see the sides, they are in ratio and one side is missing. So, and this DE is parallel to BC, right? Whenever in a triangle, this DE is parallel to BC, the side which is formed by joining the 2 points on any 2 sides of the triangle, and that is parallel to the third side, that is BPT. So here, as DE is parallel to BC. So by BPT theorem, sides will be in ratio AD upon DB will be equals to AE upon EC, right? If we'll substitute the values here, what is AD? It is 1.5, DB is 3, AE is 1, and here EC we have to find, we are supposed to find, right? Now we can cross multiply here. So we'll get 1.5 EC is equal to 3 into 1, that is 3. So in order to find EC, we have to divide this here 1.5. You can put 10 there, remove the decimal, right? So 3 5s are 15 and 5 2s are 10. So 2 centimeter was the unit. So what is the length? What is this value? EC, that is 2 centimeters. So if it is given that this side is parallel to DE is parallel to BC, so we can apply by BPT theorem, basic proportionality theorem. So the sides are in ratio AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. Out of these 4 sides, one will be missing, and you can substitute the value and cross multiply and accordingly find out the value of the missing length. Okay. Now same, second is also of the same type. Here this is DE is parallel to BC, right? So by BPT, sides will be in ratio AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. Now let us write that AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC, right? Let us substitute the values here. AD we are supposed to find, DB is 7.2 in decimals, this is in decimals, right? So cross multiply or just take this to the right side in order to find AD. So 1.8, 5.4 multiply by 7.2. Cross multiplication. Remove the decimal. There is one decimal place here, put 10. There is one decimal place, put 10 here. Remove this decimal, one decimal place, substitute, right? Just put 10, 10, right? You can cancel out. 18 3s is 54, right? 3 2s is 6. And 12 3 4s is 12, and here it is 10 also, 24 by 10, and that is 2.4 centimeters is the unit, right? So when these sides are parallel, applying BPT and writing the sides in ratio out of 4 sides, right? In the ratio we have 4 sides, out of 4 sides one will be missing. Just do the cross multiplication and you get the answer. Now let us see the next question, children. Okay, students, question number 2. In question number 2, we have to check whether EF is parallel to QR. So EF will be parallel to QR if these sides PEN upon EQ is equal to PF upon FR. If the sides will be in ratio, then EF will be parallel to QR. So we need to check that are they in ratio. So let us do that. There are 3 parts, first, second and third. Values have been given. First part values I've written here, right? So I've already substituted here the values. Now let us calculate here. So this is 39 upon, if you remove this, we have to put 10 here. So this becomes 30, right? Okay. Now if we will cancel with this by the table of 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9, and here 3 10s are 30. 13 by 10 in the simplest form. Now let us check this one. Here the equal decimal places are there, right? Upar bhi 10 lagega, niche bhi 10 lagega. We are supposed to put only 110 because there is only one decimal place, right? 10 10 gets cancelled here. 2 18s are here, 2 12s are, 2 9s are, 2 6 are, 3 3s are, 3 2s are. Answer here is 3 by 2. So 13 by 10 not equals to 3 by 2. So they are not in ratio. So this is not equal. The ratios are not equal. So we will say that EF is not parallel to QR, right? This is parallel. right? So in the first case, the EF side is not parallel to QR because the sides are not in ratio. Now let us test the second part, right? Now here, just wait. In the second part, PE is given 4, EQ is 4.5, PF is 8 and FR is 9, right? Now let us check. Now let us remove here the decimal. Okay, now this becomes here 40 and this becomes 45, right? Now let us 5, table of 5, let us cancel with the table of 5, 5 8s are 40, right? 5 9s are 45. So the ratio is 8 by 9 and this ratio is already 8 by 9. So PE upon EQ is equals to PF upon FR. Yes, the ratio is equal. So here we will say that yes, PF is parallel to QR, right? Yes. In the first case, it was EF was not parallel to QR because the sides were not in ratio. Here the sides are in ratio, so EF is parallel to QR. Now let us check the third part. In the third part, they have given us PE, but they have not given us EQ. They have given PQ, right? PQ is given. So in order to find EQ, we have to subtract from PQ PE, right? PQ minus PE will give you EQ. So let us find that here. I've already found here. So EQ is 1.10. So just substitute this here. Similarly, PF is given here. This is given, right? We don't have FR. We have PR. So PR minus PF will give you FR. So just subtract and find out FR. And that was 2.20. Now let us calculate here. Here, if we equal decimal places, so this will become 18 upon 110 because equal decimal places ऊपर 100 लगेगी नीचे 100 लगेगी so वो cancel out हो जाएगी, right? So by the table of 2 9s are 255 are. So what is the ratio here? 9 upon 55. Let us check this one. Here also equal decimal places, so 36 रहेगा. Here it becomes 220, right? So we'll be able to cancel it by the table of, let us cancel by 4. 4 9s are 36, right? 4 5s are 20, 4 5s are 20. So here also the ratio is 9 by 55. So yes, PE upon EQ ratio is equals to PF upon FR. So yes, EF is parallel to QR, right? By what? By converse of PPT. Right? Here also by converse of BPT. Converse of BPT says that if the sides are in ratio, then this EF is parallel to QR, right? So there were 3 questions. Second question has 3 parts. First part, when the ratio was not equal, so EF was not parallel to QR. Second, ratio was equal. In the third one, we were not having the values. We were having the values of PE. EQ आपके पास नहीं था, PQ था. PQ में से PE minus subtract कर लो, you'll get EQ. So similarly, यहाँ पे भी FR आपके पास नहीं था, आपके पास PR था. PR में से PF आप subtract कर लो, then you'll get FR and then divide and check the ratio. If the ratios are equal, then the two sides EF and QR are parallel. Now let us do the next one, children. Okay, now we'll be doing question number 3rd. This type of figure is given here. This LM is parallel to BC and this LN is parallel to this DC, right? So here in this triangle, these two sides are parallel, so we'll be writing the sides in ratio. AM upon MB is equal to AL upon LC. Similarly, in this triangle, this LN is parallel to this DC or CD. So here, the ratio sides will be in ratio. AL upon LC will be equal to AN upon ND. So let us write that. Now, in triangle, you have to mention the triangle. In triangle ABC, what happened? It is given ML is parallel to BC, given, right? So by BPT, you have to write the reason also. So sides are in ratio. AM upon MB is equals to AL upon LC. Similarly, in triangle ADC, what is parallel? LN is parallel to DC. So by B, that is given. You can write the reason here given, right? Okay, so that is given. You have to write the reason also. So by BPT, the sides will be in ratio. Which sides? AN upon ND will be equals to AL upon LC. This was first equation, this was second equation. Now on comparing 1 and 2, we can see that the right side part is same. So we can equate the left side part, right? So we'll write from equation 1 and 2, this becomes equal. AM upon MB will be equals to AN upon ND. Right? Now, when we will see the proving part, what you have to prove, that is AM upon AB, not MB. So how to make that AB? What you have to do, just write the reciprocal of this first. MB upon AM is equals to ND upon AN. Write the reciprocal, right? Now, after writing the reciprocal, just add 1. Adding 1 both sides. Let us see what is the result after adding, taking out the LCM here, right? Taking out the LCM here, that will be AM. So here it's MB plus AM. Here taking out LCM, this LCM is AN. So here it becomes ND plus AN, right? So now let us see what is this MB plus AM, that is AB. So here we are able to make that AB. So here what is ND? Here it is ND plus AN, that is AD, right, upon AN. Now let us see what we have to prove. We have to prove AM upon AB. AB should be in the denominator. So, but we have AB in the numerator. Again, let us reverse, right? AM goes up, AB comes down. AN goes up, AD comes down, right? Inverse, we are writing the inverse of this. आपको जो operation you are doing on the left side, you have to do on the right side also, right? Same आप करोगे तो then no problem in mathematics, right? Equations. So here, hence proved, we have got the same result. Hence proved. So I'm going to repeat this question again. In this triangle, this is parallel to this. So by BPT, AM upon MB is equal to AL upon LC, equation 1. Similarly here, in this triangle, this is parallel to this. So AN upon ND is equal to AL upon LC. Number 2, AL upon LC is common in both. So let us equate these left sides. That is AM upon MB is equal to AN upon ND. If the question, we don't have to prove here MB, we should have, we need AB. Here it is ND, we need AD. AD and AM are the full big sides, right? So whenever you need the big side, you have to add 1. But why I didn't add 1 here? Because if I would have added 1 here, so AM plus something MB, that becomes AB. So we'll not be having their AM, right? But you need AM. आपको AM चाहिए. So what you need, that should be in the denominator, because when you take the LCM, that remains there only. जो अब आप LCM लेते, that remains there. अगर आप यहाँ पे you'll be adding 1. LCM आप लोगे, MB तो वहाँ रहेगा. We'll not be having AM. AM plus MB, AB बन जाएगा. And we need AM. So whatever we need, let us shift to the denominator. हमने इसको उल्टा कर दिया. AM को नीचे रखते हैं, MB को ऊपर. Here similarly, I did the same thing here also. After adding 1, taking out the LCM, so we found that AB upon AM, right? इतना result आ गया. But AM is in the numerator and AB is in the denominator, so we just reversed it again. After reversing, we got the result. Okay, now next question, children. Okay, now we'll be doing question number 4th and 5th, right? I have already drawn the figure. I have written the given things, right? So this type of figure we have A, B, C. Here in triangle ABC, DE is parallel to AC, and in triangle ABE, this one, यहाँ पे this DF is parallel to AE, right? So given to prove, what we have to prove now here, we have to prove BF upon FE is equal to BE upon EC. So when we have to start the proof, we have to start from the given things. Now in triangle ABC, what is parallel? DE parallel to AC, right? DE parallel to AC, that is given. So when the sides are parallel in a triangle, so by BPT, we have to write the reason also. By BPT, so which sides will be in ratio? Here BD upon DA will be equals to, right? These sides are parallel, so this upon this equals to BE upon EC. Number 1. Similarly in triangle this one, ABE. Right? What is parallel? This is parallel. It is given, and so by BPT, sides will be in ratio. Which sides will be in ratio? BD upon DA, that will be equals to BD upon DA will be equals to BF upon FE. BF upon FE. E क्यों? क्योंकि we are considering this triangle only. So BF upon FE. Earlier we were considering the bigger triangle, so BE upon EC, right? Number 2. So from 1 and 2, so what conclusion do we arise in? What do we conclude? This BD upon DA same, left side is same, so right side has to be same. So BE upon EC is equals to BF upon FE, or you can say BF upon FE is equal to BE upon EC, hence proved. Okay children, so I'll repeat this again. So here in this we are applying BPT only. So it was given in big triangle, DE is parallel to AC, so BD upon DA is equal to BE upon EC. Then in the second triangle this one, so BD, as these sides were parallel, DF and AE, so BD upon DA is equal to BF upon FE. So on comparing the two equations, the left side part they are same, right side को same करो, right side को जब when you equate, you get the what you have to prove. So we have proved this. Now let us do, this question is also of the same type. We have to consider two triangles. उसमें कुछ parallel दिया है, sides को ratio में लिखना है. First equation, second equation you will be getting. Comparing the equations, आपको दूसरी ratio मिल जाएगी, right? As we did this one. Now here, given was this. This is parallel to this, and this is parallel to this. I have marked them, right? What do you have to prove? You have to prove that EF is parallel to QR. Okay. So starting from one triangle here, POQ. In this triangle here, POQ, what is parallel? ED is parallel to OQ. Sides will be in ratio PE upon EQ, PD upon DO. So by BPT, you have to give the reason also by BPT. So PE upon EQ is equals to PD upon DO. Number 1. Then second, this side triangle, this POR. DF is parallel to OR, that is given. By BPT, sides will be in ratio. With sides, PF upon FR will be equals to PD, right, upon DO. Number 2, comparing 1 and 2. From 1 and 2, let us see 1 and 2. Here PD upon DO, same. Right side same, so left side has to be same. So PE upon EQ is equals to PF upon FR, right? So ये वाले question में तो बस यहीं तक पूछा था. So we stopped there only. But here we are supposed to prove EF is parallel to QR. EF will be parallel to QR if PE upon EQ is equal to PF upon FR. और वो हमने भी prove कर दिया. It means by the converse of BPT, when the sides are in ratio, then EF that is parallel to QR. Sometimes they prove ratio, sometimes, right? Sometimes they give that the sides are parallel. We take the sides in ratio, right? Sometimes they give the sides in ratio and we have to prove parallel. That is the converse of BPT, right? So what we did, from this triangle, we proved that this ratio is equal because sides were parallel. From this triangle, we proved that PF upon FR is equal to PD upon DO because they were parallel. So बीच की जो PD and DO, that was common to both. तो सेम हो गई, हमने ये इक्वेट कर दिया PE upon EQ is equal to PF upon FR from 1 and 2. जब आपके इस पूरे ट्राइंगल में this ratio is equal to this ratio, so EF is parallel to QR by the converse of BPT, right? तो इसमें हमने converse भी लगा लिया, BPT भी लगा 2 times and converse also now. Okay, children, will be doing the next question now. Okay students, now we'll be doing question number 6th and 7th. Here also you have to apply BPT theorem, right? So this is a triangle in this question number 6. So what is given? AB parallel to BQ in triangle POQ, and here in triangle POR, AC is parallel to PR. Similarly, right, in the same way as we did the previous questions, we'll be considering the triangle, we'll be writing the sides parallel, we'll be writing the sides in ratio of the triangle. Okay, I've already written the given things. In triangle POQ, what is given? AB is parallel to PQ given. So by BPT with sides will be in ratio. In this triangle में अगर ये parallel है, so ratio में क्या क्या होगा? OA upon AP will be equals to OB upon BQ. Number 1. This is Q, right? Okay, now in triangle the other one here POC usse, right? AC is parallel to PR given. So by BPT sides which will be in ratio OA upon AP will be equals to OC upon CR. Number 2, from 1 and 2, what we can see, from 1 and 2, we can see that OA upon AP same है. We can equate this OB upon BQ is equal to OC upon CR. Now ये ratio है कहाँ? Let us see the triangle. OB upon BQ, OC upon CR. इस triangle में, in this triangle OQR, these sides are in ratio. So by the converse of BPT, when the sides are in ratio, this has to be parallel. So in triangle OQR, sides are in ratio. So by converse of BPT, you have to give the reason. So what happens? BC will be parallel to QR. So hence proved. Hence proved. Right? So what happens here? What we did, I'm going to repeat it again. In this triangle, ये parallel है, sides ratio में होंगे OAAP, OBBQ. In this triangle, these sides are in ratio OA upon AP, OC upon CR. Right? So on comparing, ये वाला part same था, ये equate कर लिया. When we are equating these sides, let us see in which triangle. OB upon BQ, OC upon CR. तो इस triangle की sides ratio में है. If they are in ratio, the converse of BPT says that then BC will be parallel to QR on the basis of the ratio, and you have to give the reason that with converse of BPT. So in these two triangles we applied BPT because sides ratio में थी, these sides parallel थी, and we wrote the sides in ratio. And when we came to the conclusion, in this triangle the sides were in ratio, or by the converse of BPT, so we are able to say that BC is parallel to QR, right? Similarly, we have to do this question here. What is given? Given is that in one side, this D's point is midpoint, right? So it means AD will be equals to DB, this one. And it is given that DE is parallel to BC. We have to prove that this is the midpoint here, DE. Means you have to prove AE upon EC. AE is equal to EC. Then only you will be able to prove that E is the midpoint, right? So let us start, right? Let us start with this is parallel. So in triangle, you have to mention the triangle first. What happens here? DE is parallel to BC, right? It is given, right? Given. So by BPT, when these sides are parallel, you have to apply BPT. BPT लगा लेते हैं, right? So AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. Applied BPT हो गया. Now what? Now here as AD is the midpoint, we know that AD is equal to DB, right? AD is equal to DB. In place of AD, I am going to replace DB. DB आ जाएगा यहाँ, right? As AD DB के equal है, तो in place of AD हम DB लिख सकते हैं क्योंकि they both are equal. So DB cancel हो जाएगा, आंसर यहाँ 1 आ जाएगा. So AE upon EC will be equals to 1. So this goes here by cross multiplication, and it shows that AE is equal to EC. AE is equal to EC. So yes, E is the midpoint. Right? So we were supposed to prove that E is also the midpoint. So in this question, it was given if D is a midpoint, DE is parallel to BC, then prove that E is also a midpoint. So we started with this parallel line, right? So that means if these two sides are parallel, apply BPT, write the sides in ratio. क्योंकि ये दोनों equal है, AD की जगह DB लिखो, वो 1 आ जाएगा. And thus by cross multiplication, we were able to prove that AE is equal to EC. That means that E is the midpoint. I hope it's clear. So now question number 8. Okay students, now I'll be doing question number 8 and 9th. Okay, in question number 8, it is given that D and E are the midpoints. D is a midpoint means AD is equal to DB. E midpoint means AE is equal to EC. So this is given. So we are supposed to prove that DE is parallel to BC. So by converse, we know that if we will be able to prove the sides in ratio, then those two sides will be parallel. So we need to prove AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. अगर हमने prove कर लिया, so by converse DE will be parallel to BC. Now let us do that. Now here As AD is equal to DB, which is given, let us see the ratio here, AD upon DB, right? If AD is equal to DB है, AD की जगह DB डालेंगे हम, so this ratio becomes 1. So means AD upon DB is equal to 1. So what ratio we have got? AD upon DB is equal to 1. Number 1. Secondly, here AE is equal to EC. So if we have to write in this in ratio form, AE upon EC, this also here the same. AE की जगह in place of AC just substitute EC. EC is already there. We'll get 1. So it means AE upon EC is also equals to 1. Number 2. Right? As this, they are same lengthwise. Right? AD and DB are same. So its ratio answer is 1. Its ratio answer is also 1. On comparing 1 and 2, the right side answers are 1. So these ratio they are equal. So AD upon DB will be equal to AE upon EC. Means AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. We have proved. So by converse of BPT, DE will be parallel to BC. Hence proved. Right? So जब आपको ये prove करना होता है parallel, always you have to prove the sides in ratio. How did we prove those sides in ratio? AD upon DB की हमने ratio ली. We found that they are same. AD की जगह DB डाले तो 1 आ जाएगा. So means this ratio, answer of this ratio is 1. Similarly, the answer of this ratio is also 1. On comparing, right side they are having 1. So left sides will be equal. AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. अगर ऐसा ratio equal आ जाता है, so that is converse. So we'll directly write by converse of BPT, DE is parallel to BC. Hence proved. Done. Okay, now here this question here. In this, what is given? Given is that it is a trapezium. What do you mean by trapezium? One pair of sides, opposite sides are parallel. One pair, not of both the pairs. Right? So it means AB is parallel to DC. So given is trapezium means AB parallel to DC. This is given. That means this thing. What you have to prove? You have to prove this ratio A upon OB is equal to CO upon DO. उल्टा सुल्टा है. Ratio में नहीं है. इधर का बोल रहे हैं, इधर का इधर. So we'll prove. Right? Now let us see what we can do. First we have to do the construction here. Right? So the construction part is this one here. Right? So what is the construction? You have to draw EO which is parallel to AB as well as parallel to CD. Right? अगर आप EO parallel AB के बनाएंगे तो वो obviously right वो EO that will be parallel to CD also क्योंकि आपस में दोनों parallel lines है. अगर एक लाइन दोनों लाइन पैरेलल है आप एक थर्ड लाइन इसके पैरेलल बनाते हैं तो वो वाली लाइन उस पहले वाली के भी पैरेलल होती है. सो इफ यू आर ड्राइंग दिस पैरेलल टू दिस सो ये दोनों आपस में पैरेलल है. सो दिस इज पैरेलल टू दिस आल्सो. नाउ वील बी यूजिंग टू ट्रायंगल्स हियर. आप देख रहे हो दिस इज पैरेलल टू दिस हियर. सो ट्रायंगल डी दिस ADB these sides are parallel, sides will be in ratio. And secondly this triangle I'll be considering ADC, right? Because these sides are parallel, sides will be in ratio, right? I'm doing that. Proof. Okay. In triangle, I'm considering first ADB. What is EO is parallel to AB. What is the reason? By construction, right? By construction. आपने खुद नहीं किया. Construction से वो parallel है, right? So by whenever the sides are parallel by BPT, you have to give the reason BPT. Sides are in ratio. Which sides? DE upon AE, you can call it AE, right? DE upon AE or EA, that means the same thing, will be equals to DO upon BO, right? I'm writing BO not OB because here all the here are BO, AO, CO and DO, right? So DO upon OB I'm not writing, DO upon BO, right? Okay, number 1. Similarly, in triangle ADC, EO is parallel to DC, that is by construction, right? Here also we can apply BPT. So applying BPT, sides will be in ratio. यहाँ को भी sides ratio में है. कैसे ratio में है? AE बोलो या EA, I'll write the same. जैसे मैंने यहाँ AE, चलो AE लिखा है. AE upon DE will be AE upon DE will be equal to AO upon CO. I'm not writing OC, CO. Number 2. Right? Let me revise this here, right? In triangle, this upper one, ADB, This is parallel to this, EO is parallel to AB, right? Sides होंगी DE, EA, DO और BO, right? Then triangle this ADC, EO is parallel to DC by BPT, this AE upon DE, AO upon CO. I've written in ratio. Now here what happens, here we have to check this here, right? ये इसमें in this one DE is in the numerator but here DE is in the denominator, so हमें एक को reverse करना पड़ेगा, right? So इसको हम थोड़ा reverse करते हैं, तो DE upon AE will be equals to CO goes up, AO comes down. Number 3. Now compare 1 and 3. From 1 and 3, let us see, right? अब same आ गया ये वाला part, right? So they will be equal. So we'll be getting the result here. CO upon AO is equal to DO upon BO. ये result तो आ गया, right? But we have to see what we have to prove. एक चीज तो है आपके पास कि AO जो है आपका, right? वो ऊपर है AO. So let me do some cross multiplication here. DO नीचे ले आते हैं, no problem in that, right? CO upon DO, AO goes on the right side. Hence proved. AO upon BO is equal to CO upon DO, right? Hence proved. Okay, right? So let me just recall the things again. In this question, we were supposed to prove BE parallel to BC, and what was given, D midpoint था और EB midpoint था, right? What we did, I wrote the ratio AD upon DB. Ratio जो है उसका आंसर 1 होगा because they are equal lengthwise. AD DB same है. AD को I'll be replacing AD with DB, so I'll get answer 1. So this ratio equals to 1. Similarly, AE upon EC also equals to 1. 1 1 same है तो both the ratios are equal. So in a triangle, AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. We have proved. We were able to prove. So DE will be parallel to BC by converse of BPT. Here, right? Here what was given? Trapezium. Trapezium means one pair of sides, opposite side parallel. AB parallel to DC. To prove, आपको prove क्या करना है? This thing. Construction की. Let us draw a line here which is parallel to both AB also and DC also. Okay, if it is parallel to AB, let us consider a triangle ADB. This is parallel. Sides will be in ratio. I have written the sides in ratio. Then in this triangle, this side and this side are parallel. These two sides are parallel. Sides are in ratio. I have written that. Then I wanted to compare 1 and 2. But when I saw that here DE is in the numerator, here DE is in the denominator, I just twisted this. I just reversed this, right? Numerator का denominator ऊपर नीचे कर लिया. What I'm doing on the left side, I have to do. I'm supposed to do that same thing in the right side also. So right side में also I did the same thing. CO goes up, AO comes down, DE goes up, AE comes down, right? Now comparing these two. Right side जो है, they are equal. Again we have to look at what we have to prove. Prove क्या करना है, right? Are we getting the same result or not? Here we have AO in the numerator, but here we have AO in the denominator. Let us do the cross multiplication. This goes up, ऊपर वाला नीचे आ जाता है. DO को यहाँ ले आओ, AO को वहाँ ले जाओ. CO DO हो गया, AO और BO को भी हो गया. Now we are left with only the last question, number 10th, right? That is also this type only. इसका converse है. Now I'll be explaining question number 10. Question number 10 is just the converse of question number 9. What was given in question number 9? It was given that it is a trapezium. Now in this question here we have to prove that this is a trapezium. In that 9th question the ratio was we were supposed to prove, but here the ratio is given, right? So it is just the converse of 9th. Okay, now here given is this ratio. To prove, we have to prove that is a trapezium. Trapezium means we have to prove that AB is parallel to CD. One pair has to be parallel in trapezium. So construction, so I've done a construction here. I've drawn EO parallel to AB. EO आप किसी एक side के parallel बना सकते हैं, right? You can make this parallel to this also and this also because they are not parallel. In the previous questions, this was parallel to both क्योंकि they were parallel. So अगर if this was parallel to this, so this was parallel to this also. But here it's not so. They are not parallel. It is not given. We are supposed to prove. So हम एक ही pair parallel लेंगे. So if this is parallel to this, so in triangle DAB, EO is parallel to AB. So by right, that is by construction. So by BPT क्या होगा? DE upon EA will be equals to DO upon BO. वो ratio में आ जाएंगी sides. Okay, done. Number 1. That was number 1. Now, I have noted what is given. Given was this AO upon BO is equal to CO upon DO. That is also given here. Right? Now, we need to compare them. We are here DO and BO. DO and BO. We need BO here. We need here DO here in the numerator. So, I need to cross this here. AO will come down and DO will go up. Why I am doing so? Because here I will be comparing them. So I need this DO and BO. So DO comes here. BO was already there. Right? CO was there and AO comes down here. Now compare 1 and 3. Now compare these two. DO and BO, DO and BO. It means this is equal to this. ये वाला same है. So they are equal. So from 1 and 3. From 1 and 3, equation number 1 and 3. So DE upon EA will be equal to, ये तो same है, the CO upon AO. Now let us see what these are the ratio of the sides of which triangle. DE कहाँ है? यहाँ. EA is this, right? Okay, good. CO is this, AO is this, right? तो ये वाला triangle है. Sides are in ratio. You can write EA upon ED or DE upon ED, CO upon AO. या आप सीधा लिख रहे हो तो आप इधर को भी सीधा लिखो, वहां से उल्टा लिख रहे हो तो यहाँ से भी उल्टा लिखो. So right, so sides are in ratio or you can reverse this. आप DE पर उल्टा लिख लो, ऐसे कर लो, जैसे भी करना है, your choice, right? EA आपको पहले लिखना है तो आप इसको रिवर्स कर दो. No problem in that. इसको भी रिवर्स कर दो. So you will get here, right? EA, DE, AO, CO. So in this triangle, the sides are in ratio. So by converse of BPT, right? Here in triangle ADC, EO will be parallel to DC also, right? अगर ये साइड रेशियो में है तो ये इसके पैरेलल हो जाएगा. ये प्रूव कर दिया हमने बाय कन्वर्स ऑफ बीपीटी. नाउ EO जो है that was parallel to AB by construction, right? EO is parallel to CD. We have proved. So EO was parallel to this. EO we have proved parallel to this. It means AB and CD will be parallel to each other also. So AB is parallel to CD. So we will say that ABCD is a trapezium, right? Hence proved. Done. Okay, I'll repeat this again. It's little, right? Longer, lengthwise it's longer question, right? The solution is too long. Okay, here. What was given? The ratio was given. We were supposed to prove that it is a trapezium. Trapezium के लिए आपको क्या prove करना पड़ता है? One pair parallel. AB और CD we have to prove them parallel here. Construction हमने कर ली that EO is parallel to AB only. Right? By that construction, in this triangle, अगर ये construction से parallel है, sides ratio होंगे DE, EA, DO and BO. We have written this, right? I've written this. Now, जो given part है ratio वो भी ले लेते हैं साथ में. So this was given, right? Now comparing these two, denominator DO is in the numerator. So यहाँ पे denominator में है DO. Just shift this DO there. EO के नीचे ले आप cross कर सकते हैं. DO goes there, AO comes here. DO goes there, वो बन गया DO upon BO. And this is here CO upon AO. AO comes down. Now compare 1 and 3. 1 ये है, 3 ये है. इसमें ये part same है, तो ये part equal हो गया, right? So I have written these two equal here. Now let us check the triangle. DEEA यहाँ है और COAO यहाँ है. It means ये वाला triangle में sides are in ratio. So it means EO और BC they are parallel by converse of BPT, right? Converse कब करते हैं हम? जब हम ratio में sides prove कर लेते हैं और now we say that this is parallel to this. That is the converse of BPT, right? So ये converse से prove हो गया कि EO इसके parallel है. It was already parallel to this. So ये common जो line है EO इसके भी parallel था, इसके हमने prove कर लिया. So A and B, AB and CD are also parallel to each other. When they are parallel, so yes, it is a ABCD is a trapezium, and we were supposed to prove that it is a trapezium. So 9th and 10th they are converse of each other. So I'm done with this exercise 6.2. So in my next video, I'll be explaining 6.3. Okay, thank you children, right? Everyone, thank you, right? Stay blessed always and work hard.